distinguished guests, please stand if you are able. Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Dame Sendikiro, Governor-General of New Zealand.
Ki tēnā o tātou. E honore he kororia he maungā rongo ki runga ki te mato te whenua, e whakaro pai ki ngā tangata katoa. Arohaina ngā taina, me ngā tuakana, e noho nei rungi te whakaro ko tahi pai mai.
Please be seated. Tini whetū ki te rangi, ka mautonu, ka mautonu. Tini tāngata ki te whenua, ngaru noa, haere atu rā. Nau mai, piki mai, tauti mai, ki te whare o te kāwana tianara. Ko ngā tauwhiritanga o te wā ki a tātou i tēnei rangi. Tēnā tātou katoa. Distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to Government House for today's investiture ceremony. I'd like to specifically acknowledge Mr. Joe Harawira, our kaumātua, and Mrs. Pauline Hopa, our kuia. Tēnā kōrua. Hosting investiture ceremonies is one of the most important duties I perform on behalf of His Majesty the King of New Zealand. I'm delighted to bring together such an extraordinary group of New Zealanders. You have each brought pride and a greater sense of well-being to Aotearoa New Zealand through your outstanding achievements and your service to our communities. On behalf of all New Zealanders, I extend my sincerest congratulations to you for these contributions. Now, after each recipient is honoured, I invite you to join with me in congratulating them. Mr. Ward Carmore will now summon the recipients and read their citations.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the King's Service Order, Mr. Alen Gordon of Tauranga, for services to youth and charitable governance. Alen Gordon established the Graham Dingle Foundation Bay of Plenty. He has since been Regional Manager for the Bay of Plenty and the top Regional Manager for the Foundation nationwide, raising approximately $11.5 million, which has impacted more than 46,000 young people in long-term programs. He became chairman of the Bay of Plenty Can Charitable Trust and introduced the Kiwi Can program into the region, now taught in 10 Western Bay of Plenty schools. His team delivers programs to nearly 4,000 young people in the Bay of Plenty annually, empowering them at a personal level to succeed in their lives under difficult circumstances. He is a member and office holder with Sunrise Rotary, directing the New Generations Youth Program. Mr. Alen Gordon refereed junior rugby in Tauranga. Mr. Dan Alen Gordon, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr. Andrew Barnes of Waiheke Island for services to business and philanthropy. Well, Andrew Barnes is the founder and architect of 4 Day Week Global, a not-for-profit community supporting a reduced-hour work philosophy. His book, The 4 Day Week, has been translated into several languages and widely distributed. He has led a successful program of innovation and digitisation, reshaping the trustee sector in New Zealand and consolidating his company, Perpetual Guardian, as the country's largest trustee company and largest non-government philanthropy entity. He led the acquisition of crowdfunding platform Give a Little, helped establish the High-Tech Foundation, and has advocated for reasonable lending practices in banking and credit services. Well, Mr. Barnes' philanthropic support has extended to New Zealand Liberation Museum Te Arawhata in France, the Auckland Primary Schools Music Festival, Otago Museum's Perpetual Guardian Planetarium, the RSA, Heritage Restorations and Educational Scholarships. Mr. Andrew Barnes, please come forward. Dr. Trish Bradbury of Auckland for services to sport and education. Well, Dr. Trish Bradbury has been a senior lecturer and program leader for Massey University's sports management program since 1993. She's been a dedicated and very dedicated indeed to bridging the gap between academic study and practical application. She contributed to the university as university proctor, graduation marshal and graduation committee member, Young Women in Leadership workshop facilitator, and as MC at university events such as the Sporting Blues Awards and Jazz Festival. She is on the board of the World Association of Sport Management, served with the Sport Management Association of Australia and New Zealand, and held senior voluntary roles with Paralympics New Zealand, University and Tertiary Sport New Zealand, and Volleyball New Zealand. Dr. Bradbury has contributed to her local sport community in coaching and advisory roles. Dr. Trish Bradbury, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr. Stephen Kafka of Tauranga for services to conservation and wildlife research. Well, Stephen Kafka has transported New Zealand conservation workers and researchers to remote subantarctic islands for more than 25 years on his ship, Evohi. He was instrumental in the Antipodes island mouse eradication, the largest successful mouse eradication globally. He has supported numerous wildlife conservation and research programs, including the long-term southern right whale, Tora, research program by the University of Auckland, albatross researchers on the Antipodes and Adams Islands, penguin censuses, other surveys and feasibility studies. Mr. Kafka has hosted various conservation and wildlife filming crews from international networks and has supported other transport operators to work in the sub-Antarctic. Mr. Stephen Kafka, please come forward. Mr. Tony McGovern of Cambridge for services to the racing industry. Tony McGovern started his career in the New Zealand horse racing industry as a starting gates barrier attendant and then as a chief starter. As chief starter for Upper North Island, he officiated all race meetings, including Group 1 races. He was appointed chief starter by the Hong Kong Jockey Club, where, for 13 years, he oversaw all their race days at 2 courses. He provides advisory services to New Zealand thoroughbred racing, has mentored a new generation of industry participants, and continues the role of chief starter for a number of race meetings each year. Mr. McGovern is a member of Cambridge Jockey Club. Mr. Tony McGovern, please come forward. Miss Letua Ala Maliatoa Pavi'i of Auckland for services to Pacific Education. Letua Ale Maliatoa Pavi'i is an associate principal of Favona School in Auckland and was integral in establishing its first Niue language bilingual unit. She has been a tutor and facilitator for Niue language classes run by the Centre for Pacific Languages. She has hosted a weekly Niue radio program on the Pacific Media Network. She has helped translate, peer-review documents and present important information for the Niue community. She is the Niue representative board member of the Whono and the Niue trustee for the Pasifika Festival, Tataki, Auckland. She is a member of the Pacific Island Presbyterian Church. Ms. Pavi'i is a committee member for Niue Auckland Rugby Union. Ms. Leitua Ala Alemaliatoa Pavi'i, please come forward. Ms. Okeria Tamayo Mortera of Auckland for services to diversional and recreational therapy and education. Okeria Tamayo Mortera chairs the New Zealand Society of Diversional and Recreational Therapy. She has led growth to more than 1,000 members, organised national conferences and implemented support groups, training seminars and coaching. She was instrumental in getting NZQA approval of the New Zealand Diploma in Diversional and Recreational Therapy and a bachelor's degree in Diversional and Recreational Therapy. She has provided pro bono group and individual education for more than 1,000 diversional and recreational therapists nationwide. She provides free education for communities and families. Ms. Tamayo Mortera is co-chair of Allied Health Aotearoa and volunteers with various recreational therapy, aged care, mental health and multicultural organisations. Ms. Okeria Tamayo Mortera, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the King's Service Medal, Mr. Matu Kora of Auckland for services to the Cook Islands community. Matu Kora was president of the Enua Manu Atiu Nui Mā Ruarua Society, established to fundraise for a community hall in Māngere to provide a space for the Atiu Cook Islands community. He has held MIT leadership courses for the community and has supported the Wānanga o Aotearoa to host tertiary courses. He was an inaugural judge of the Cook Islands stage at Polyfest. He has supported several colleges. He coordinated fundraising for the Red Cross following the Christchurch earthquake. Mr. Kora is a composer and musician and is supporting the Atiu Arts group with the performance at the Maeva Nui Festival. Mr. Matu Kora, please come forward. Your Excellency, the investiture has concluded.
New Zealand's honours system is our highest public affirmation of outstanding individual achievement. It reinforces those things that make our society better: service, manaakitanga, and the pursuit of excellence. To our recipients, it has been a privilege to hear your stories. You have each used your talents and abilities to improve the lives of fellow New Zealanders. In doing so, you embody the sentiment expressed by Martin Luther King when he said, "Not everyone can be famous, but everyone can be great." Because greatness is determined by service. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. I urge recipients to wear your insignia with pride at every opportunity, knowing that you inspire others by your example. On behalf of the King of New Zealand and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your achievements, and I thank you once again for your service to our country. Kia ora, e hui hui mai, tātou I tēnei rā. Now you will see on the back of your program the words to the national anthem in te reo and in English. I now invite you to stand with me and join in singing the anthem.